you can follow along with me on page 326. This is letter A. We are now going to divide mixed numbers. Remember, a mixed number looks like this, 2 3/8. And the first thing we have to do is turn it into an improper fraction. So let's go ahead and do that. 8 times 2 would give us 16. 16 plus 3 gives us 19. And remember, we keep the same denominator. So we would have 8. So 19/8 is the same as 2 3/8 as an improper fraction. Our next thing, remember, is to change our division sign. We change it to multiplication, and then we use the reciprocal of 1/4 because we need to divide. We need to change this into a multiplication problem. So we're left with 4/1. So doing this, I now have 19/8 times 4/1. We know how to do this because it's the same as multiplying fractions. We turn it into a problem we know how to do. So let's simplify this. Well, I know I can simplify 8 and 4. I know 4 goes into 8 2 times, and 4 goes into 4 1 time. So multiplying across, we get 19 times 1, which is 19, and 2 times 1, which is 2. So we get 19/2. Okay, so I'm going to do that division problem so I know, because I need to turn it into a mixed number. Right now, 19/2 is an improper fraction. So let's change it. So I put the top number, 19, inside the division symbol and 2 on the outside. Well, 2 can go into 19 9 times. 9 times 2 is 18. When we subtract, we're left with 1. So my answer will be 9 1/2. For this podcast, I decided to use a blackboard because I think it looks kind of cool. So my answer would then be 9/2, or 9 1/2. Your code word for today is turkey. Watch out, he's looking at you. Okay, so we have the problem 1 5/9 divided by 2 1/3. This can be found on page 327, and it is letter F. The first thing we have to do is turn both of these mixed numbers into improper fractions. So I take 9 times 1, which is 9, add 5, which is 14. So I get 14/9. I'm just going to rewrite the problem. Divided by 2 1/3. Well, let's turn that into an improper fraction. 2 times 3 is 6, plus 1 is 7, and we have 3. 7/3. So now looking at this, I need to turn it into something I know how to do. Well, I know how to multiply fractions. So again, we're going to leave the first one as 14/9, change our division sign into multiplication, and use the reciprocal of 7/3, which is 3/7. Looking at this, I know 14/9 times 3/7 can be simplified. So let's do that. I have 14 and 7. Well, I know 7 can go into both of them. 7 can go into 14 2 times, because 14 divided by 7 is 2, and 7 divided by 7 is 1. Also, I know 3 can be divided by 3 once, and 9 can be divided by 3 3 times. So when I do this, my last step is to multiply across. I have 2 times 1 in the numerator, which is 2, and 3 times 1 in the denominator, which is 3. 2/3 is completely simplified, so I know that is my final answer. And that, folks, is the end of chapter 4.